Sup guys, Devin with Venture Hobby Passion back today doing another video. So let's go over what we're going to be doing in today's video. So in previous videos you've seen me working on this bike a lot. We got it running and driving, and we did take it on our last trip. We took it to Moab. Kind of an interesting video there. Go watch that on the channel. It was posted not that long ago. But this bike works great, but it kicks the chain all the time because it's super loose. And technically, this is my engine. His engine's under this blanket. So we're gonna put his engine on and his torque converter and all of his brand new parts. We're gonna go to stage 1, and we're also gonna put a chain tensioner on it, clean it all up, and then we gotta do a wiring harness on it. But we'll starting with that. I don't know how far I'm gonna get on that in this video, because this video is just gonna be this weekend's. Also, here's another bike that you guys haven't seen on the channel. I've actually had it for like 6 months. I'm actually just stealing the engine out from this. The engine's from the 60s. It's an old 2-cylinder engine, old military engine with it. It's like 260 cc's, so it's actually a decent sized engine, pretty big engine. So that's going to go on a build way in the future. I haven't 100% decided, but I do want to build some like chopper street bike. That would be sick. Let's jump into the time lapse of taking that military engine out and. Alright, here's something a little different in this video. I was curious about how much weight I gained with doing all these mods that I've done. The big engine plate, the extra extended fender, extended foot pegs. So let's go ahead, and I bought this blue scale. I know you can't see it very good, but I bought this scale. So let's hang, we'll start with hanging the original bike. 22.6 pounds. And that one does have a kickstand. This one does not. 25.1. Alright guys, so I kind of screwed up the next part of the video, so I'm just going to redo it. So the original bike was 22.6 kilograms. They weren't in pounds. I messed up the scale and it was like, oh, it's in pounds, it's in pounds. My buddy later corrected me when I sent him a picture saying, oh, look how light the bike is. Those are kilograms, so 22.6, it's like 55 pounds, and then 65 pounds for the other one, because it's 22.6 kilograms for the original bike, the OEM one, but it does have the chain tensioner and the kickstand on it. Not that that weighs a whole ton, where the other one doesn't, but the other one weighed 25 pounds, 25.1 pounds or so. So honestly, not a huge weight difference. I am going to be doing it a little bit different. I have another bike that I'm going to be doing the same thing to, and doing it slightly different to hopefully cut down on some weight, because weight is evil. I'd like to be able to pick up my bike and just throw it in the bed of the truck and not have to go get the ramps or whatever. That's one thing I love about these little tiny bikes. They don't weigh 200 pounds or whatever. But yeah, we'll continue on the rest of the video. little bit of an update. It's actually been 2 days since I filmed, but I got the welder tip all cleaned up, got a new battery for my welding helmet. It's been 3 years on that single battery, so pretty dang good battery life. Got this foot peg welded up. I'm gonna weld up the other side real quick in this next little thing. And then I'm probably gonna be throwing the engine on, just my mock-up one, to get the chain tensioner in. And after that, I'll probably be breaking in the engine tomorrow. So I gotta break that in and then throw that on. And after I throw that on, I can build the bracket. I mean, not build the bracket. I can wire up the light. Also today, I'm hoping to build the bracket for the light bar right here. So let's start cranking. Alright, a little bit of an update for you guys. It's been 3 days that I've been trying to figure out this chain tensioner. It's been bugging me and bugging me and bugging me because it just doesn't fit right here like the OEM one does. So, I was brainstorming with my dad yesterday. He helps me a ton with brainstorming. And that, we changed the spacing up a little bit, flipped this wheel around and stuff. And right there will work. We just got to put the chain on and figure out where in this position I can put it. And then weld it on. The engine is breaking in for Tanner. As you've seen on the time lapse, got this painted. Alright, so I did the rest of the filming off camera just because it was wiring stuff, boring stuff. And yeah, so I plug in the light to this battery box. But as you can hear, it doesn't click in. So if I turn on the switch, it'll work. But if I move the battery at all, if the bike's running and it shakes, it just goes plunk, turns off, turns on, turns off, and plays like that. So that ain't gonna work. So we're gonna have to move the whole battery box, scoot it back over a little bit so it fits and works. So that really sucks. So this whole bike has to get disassembled again. So I'm just gonna end this video here, and we'll do a ripping video on this later. Hopefully you enjoyed this really long drawn out video for me. It's actually a week and a half of working on this bike. So yeah, go ahead, like, comment, share, subscribe. But biggest thing on my channel, go out and go find your passion.